you let the game tell you. The game isn't going to lie to you at the end of the day. It definitely allows you mental freedom and physical freedom because you have the stuff to compete. And when you go out on the mound, you just do everything you can do to win. So much work goes into it off the field,
Yeah.
and I feel like I've taken a lot of pride in that. Is just doing the boring things really well, and just when you go out to the game, just do everything you can and let the work you've done prior take care of itself.
Welcome to the Captains and Coaches podcast, where we explore the art and the science of leadership through the lens of athletics and beyond. I'm your host, Tex McQuilkin, and baseball is in full swing. Today we're sitting down with professional pitcher Trey Dombroski. Trey grew up in New Jersey, played multiple sports his whole life, and got drafted in the 4th round by the Houston Astros out of Monmouth University in 2022. Since then, he's worked his way through the Astros system. And what stood out to me in our conversation wasn't just the arm work or talking ball, it was the way he thinks about preparation, relationships, and what it actually means to show up for your teammates. Pitchers are weird. Trey will be the first to tell you that. But the mindset behind the mound, that's what we're here to talk about. Trey Dombroski, welcome to the show. Ready, and break.
Chairs are... I can sit here for a while.
Caught me off guard a little bit.
Yeah, you might
Tea
move
leaves.
up a little bit. You Vivo guy too? I love them.
Gotta be.
I can't work out in those ones personally, but I love them.
Oh.
They're the best.
Yeah, I got wide, fat feet.
Uh-huh.
So
You wear toe spacers?
Sometimes.
Yeah. I'm rolling out my feet every day
Yeah.
with a lacrosse ball. Every day. You have to.
Well, we're going to get into some routines.
Yeah.
Because pitchers are special.
We're weird. Yeah, we're weird.
Well, we're
ready?
on.
All right,
We're
let's
live.
do it. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Trey sitting down. We're at ATS Training Systems, Appenzeller Training Systems. I mean, they're all over Jersey. What part of Jersey are we in?
We are in West Berlin right now.
Okay, West Berlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, CJ was naming all these towns, and I'm like, dude, I got no idea.
Yeah, he encompasses a lot of South Jersey.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So, how did you get connected with CJ? Because, I mean, you're a baseball, you're a Jersey, and now you're making your way through the professional ranks for the Houston Astros. So, shout out H-Town.
Yeah, shout out H-Town.
Yeah, how did
shout out H-Town.
how did you get connected to CJ?
So, in college, one of my roommates came here, and he had been coming here for, I want to say, 2 or 3 years prior. And I was kind of in a weird spot because the old facility I went to had closed down, and I didn't have direction. I didn't have a strength coach or anything. And one of my good friends, Harry, who I said I went to college with, connected me with CJ. This was my beginning of my junior year. And the rest is history. So I got started because of my good friend Harry.
Sweet.
And
Did college have strength and conditioning?
Yes. So with baseball, we kind of go into that off season where you go home for a Christmas break and you go home for Thanksgiving, and you have that kind of like 4-week period to where you're kind of on your own.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the cool thing about baseball sometimes is like that's where you make your biggest strides.
Mhm.
And so we did have strength and conditioning at Monmouth, obviously, but when I'm home for that off season, that's when we were just attacking it. And CJ had done such a great job with me during those times because college, he got me prepared for it. He got me prepared for a 60-game season, whereas in high school, you're only prepared for 40 games. And he got me prepared to go out there every single weekend. And that's my biggest thing is I just want to be available. And I want to be able to go out there and have fun and give the team the best shot to win.
Yeah. And that's the best ability is available.
Yeah. And I hear that a lot in baseball. Yeah, the best ability is availability. Or I hear health is wealth. A lot of that too.
I like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, take us through the nature of baseball, because you have college and you're allowed to go to different leagues. Like, what leads to being drafted?
So
it's not like football.
No, it's not like football in the case that, I mean, we do have a combine. The MLB does have a combine, but that's more formal interviews because when the combine it's a weird time where guys are either shut down, not throwing, or it's right at the end of a college season where guys threw 100 innings. So everybody's kind of way to pro ball is so different. You have guys going from JUCO to the majors. You got guys that get drafted out of high school, and then you got guys like me who get drafted out of college after 3 years. So for me personally, it was during the school season. So during my college season, just guys on other teams being really good and scouts being there, guys on my team that were really good, scouts being there. So it's kind of you get seen based on who you're playing sometimes. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that is such a cool thing about baseball is that there's 18 guys out there at one time because two teams, 9 guys each team, and you only need one team to see you.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the really cool thing about baseball is a scout goes to see this big name, but then they end up seeing you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of how a lot of things kick off is baseball has guys that aren't these huge prospects, but then they blossom into these huge names. And I feel like it's just getting your name out there and
Yeah.
having one team believe in you and then just taking that opportunity and running.
And that one team,
The Houston Astros.
there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
And so now speak to us the entry level to pro. Like what
Mhm.
was your welcome to pro moment that was different than college, like
Yeah,
experience as that
so
athlete?
pro ball's so weird in the fact that that's your job. You know, you're in college and you have to go to school. You have to do all these different things and you have so many obligations where in pro ball your job is to play baseball. And I would say my welcome to pro ball moment was me realizing how much downtime you really have and being able to separate baseball from my life at home.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and just being able to not always be so caught up in the baseball and so, oh, I want to do this, I want to get this accomplished. That's great, don't get me wrong, but you're gonna have to shut it off at some times and just, take a break for a second. And me personally, I like to do a bunch of things. I like to go for walks outside. I like to golf. I like to hang out with my friends and family. Like just do stuff that gets your mind off of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, my biggest welcome to pro ball moment was seeing that I have a lot of downtime and a lot of people are working hard.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to just find ways that you can make those little gains that will help you get to the best version of yourself.
Yeah. And so have you connected with teammates that were also like locked in, we're going to compete?
Yeah. And I feel like that's the cool thing about pitchers. I'm a pitcher, obviously, so I can't really speak on the position player side. Um, the pitchers are always pushing each other. You
Mm-hmm.
only got one day out there. Like me personally, I see being a starting pitcher as like you're a football player in the sense that you go out there one day and that's your day,
Mm-hmm.
and being a starting pitcher, like I said, you have your own day, so it kind of is like it's cool in that fact that you get to go out there by yourself and you're giving the guys the best shot to win.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the pitchers we really do push each other, whether it be in the weight room or whatever we're doing during catch play before games. I feel like pitchers have a really cool bond in the fact that we're all so different, but we're all there for the same goal.
Mm-hmm. And I'm familiar externally, just following along the Astros for eons at
Mhm.
this point. So I'm well aware of their velocity training program for pitchers
Yeah.
externally.
Mhm.
I don't know what it means, what it entails. I just know that the pitchers that go to Houston,
Mhm.
they accomplish amazing things when they step on the mound. So now help me understand like how specific is that program and allows you guys to compete against each other.
Yeah, the good thing about the Astros is that they tie everything pitching into one. So, strength and conditioning, pitch arsenal, pitch execution, all of these things that are under being a pitcher. So there's so many things that go into being a pitcher, and they do such a good job at just tying everything into each other. Okay, we're gonna do stuff in the weight room that is going to help you become a better pitcher, and that velocity program was huge for me because I was able to see a jump in the velocity, and we're in a game now where baseball is kind of velocity driven,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna need that as a bare minimum. That's gonna have to be a requirement for most guys. So that was big for me because it gave me confidence that, look, I have this and I know I'm going to be able to compete with such great baseball players at the end of the day.
Hmm. Yeah, and then within the, I suppose, taking it now to game day. So velocity training, we do the training, we put in the work, but now I got to execute on the mound.
Mhm.
So what is the feedback loop? Like natural feedback loop in baseball is you put it where you're aiming.
Yeah.
What is the feedback loop now between innings or with coaches that are connecting all the way back to the training?
Yeah, so the game tells you a lot. So during the game, say 2 years ago when I was throwing slower than I am now, I was throwing pitches in certain locations and they were getting hit. Whereas now I have a little more wiggle room and I'm able to throw those pitches in the same location, but now I'm getting swings and misses
Hmm.
where as opposed to years prior, it was getting hit. So the feedback loop is you let the game tell you. The game isn't going to lie to you at the end of the day. So 2 years ago when I was in Asheville, I wasn't getting a lot of swing and miss. Balls were getting hit hard. I was giving up a lot of home runs. Whereas this past year, with that velocity program, I was able to see I was a better pitcher going into the year because I had so many more tools that allowed me to be a better pitcher. So it definitely allows you mental freedom and physical freedom because you have the stuff to compete. And when you go out on the mound, you just do everything you can do to win. And
Hmm.
that's my biggest thing is just so much work goes into it off the field,
Yeah.
and I feel like I've taken a lot of pride in that, is just doing the boring things really well, and just when you go out to the game, just do everything you can and let the work you've done prior take care of itself.
Yeah. And I mean, as a fan of baseball, you see a lot of different pitching styles. It could be
Mhm.
just their approach, their stance, or you get guys that are really eccentric and they get fired up.
Yeah.
What's your mentality, your mindset and approach to stepping onto the mound to allow you to compete your best?
Yeah, so whenever I go out there, I personally just think I know I've put in the work off the field, so I know I can go out there and say, "I am literally the best version of myself up to this point." And that gives me the mental freedom during the game, like I said, to just go out there and pitch.
Hmm.
And there's nothing more that I love than pitching. And I see it in such a cool way because I don't look at pitching as, oh wow, that guy threw 100. I look at guys pitching as, oh, he threw a curveball first pitch and now he threw a changeup off that.
Hmm.
How is he sequencing and what is he doing that other guys aren't? And baseball's such a cool sport to where you got guys who are 6 foot and they throw 100, and then you have guys that are 6'8" and they throw 90. Where it's like everybody's so different in their way, and you just really, really have to stay true to who you are personally.
Hmm. Yeah, and I read a book years ago. It was called Head Game.
Mm-hmm.
It was just about that,
Yeah.
where it's like, what is a pitcher thinking? What is he thinking? He's going to think I'm going to throw that, so I know he's thinking that I'm going to throw that, so I'm
Yeah.
going to go. So take us through that just mindset and approach, because you now have a pitch clock.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have this whole
Yeah.
rigmarole. Greg Maddox, take your sweet time,
Uh-huh.
and his documentary is fantastic, by the way.
Unbelievable.
So
Yeah.
yeah, not dogging him, just saying
Mm-hmm.
like his thought
It's a
process that
different
he
game.
shared.
Yeah, it's such a different game now that it's like everything's fast paced. So in between pitches in college, I used to be a guy that would step off the mound, breathe, recollect, go throw the next pitch. If I was to do that now, it would be ball one, ball two, ball three, ball four, because it's just you don't have enough time to do it. So that was also a big step was condensing my pre-pitch routine down into something that's only going to take 5 to 7 seconds
Hmm.
because I can't take 20 seconds because then the clock's going to run out. So it's definitely shortened the time, but I've taken pride in it because now I know, okay, I have enough time to do this and I'm ready to go for this next pitch. So
Hmm.
just centering myself. I'm a big breath guy. I go 2 inhales, 1 exhale, or I'll breathe in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4. It changes when I'm out there versus when I'm in the dugout. When I'm in the dugout, it's kind of just slow, close my eyes, recenter my breathing, get my heart rate down a little bit. Whereas out there, it's all right. Now I got to go throw this next pitch.
Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, mentally, that's one thing. How did this shot clock change you physically? Because now we're going faster.
I personally like it because once I get in a rhythm, I feel good. And CJ has talked to us about this so many times about flow state. And
Mm-hmm.
just when you're in flow state, that is when you're going to perform your best because you're not thinking about anything, you're just doing and you're trusting yourself. And yeah, so it's just getting in that flow state and just being calm and just you know not letting your mind race at 1,000 miles an hour. Whereas, like I said, in college, I'd be thinking about, oh, what did I throw this guy last time? What am I going to do this time? Whereas now it's okay. I knew what I did. I figure all that out while I'm in the dugout, and I go out there
Mm-hmm.
and I just do me, and I stay true to who I am.
Timeout. Coach needs a coach. I want you to take a second to reflect on this past season and what did not click. Were there moments where you lost your temper, lost your cool, felt your team was mentally soft, weak, not prepared to face competition? Were there moments where they put their heads down and were not ready or accepting? Did they quit on you? Did they quit on their teammates during a game? What was that experience like? How did you manage it? How did you handle it? I have a course out here. It's called Why They're Not Listening, Coaching Today's Athlete, where I dive into a concept I've been working on that's called social emotional leadership. How do we use practices? How do we use strength and conditioning sessions to develop our leaders to have self-awareness, social awareness, and then have a toolkit to then lead not only their teammates, but themselves. But it starts with you, coach. I encourage you, check out this. My first lesson in the course is free. To find that, head to listen.captainsandcoaches.com. Start preparing now for next season, and everything that you're investing will start to pay off. Now, back to the show. Ready, and break.
I'm not going to be the guy that goes out there and is like, oh, I'm going to throw this ball 100 miles an hour. That's not me. And that's fine. Because like I said before, there's so many different types of pitchers that it allows you to be you, and you're not going to be afraid to be you out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool. So then,
Mm-hmm.
are you calling the pitches? Is the catcher, is coach?
Yeah, so before the game, we have a attack plan. We call them
Okay.
attack plan meetings, where I come in with my notes on the hitters, catcher comes in with his notes on the hitters, our pitching coach has his notes on the hitters, and it's kind of a collective
Mm-hmm.
effort as to what we're going to do with the hitters. So my biggest thing is the days leading up, I call them the study guide days, where that's what I'm going to do everything I possibly can to know about the hitters, what do they like in certain counts, and then that day I go throw in the game, that's test day. You
Mm-hmm.
don't have the study guide anymore. You go out, if you don't know it, you don't know it. And I don't want to be the person that goes out there and says, "Oh, I wasn't prepared." I never want to be that person. So prior to the game, I go in with everything I possibly have, and we kind of go off that, and it's fluid. It's
Mm-hmm.
so fluid in the fact that the scouting report on Tuesday for a game can be completely different than the scouting report on Saturday for a game because we're playing the same team Tuesday to Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fluid in the fact that it's always changing, but it's a collective effort in the fact that the pitches being called are on the pitcher and the catcher. It's not put a sign down, you have to throw that. I can shake if I want to, but most of the time I like not to because me and the catcher are on the same page prior to the game, and we have a game plan, and we're just going to execute.
Mm-hmm. And throughout the different levels in college and high school, how has that relationship been with your catcher? Are
Oh,
you
it's
guys like two peas in a pod
yeah,
wherever?
it's unbelievable. We literally are two peas in a pod. And pro ball, what's cool about it is you don't have one certain catcher. There's usually three catchers on a roster. So you're throwing to multiple different catchers. Where in college, it was only one catcher most of the time. So I take pride in that because it makes me develop a relationship with all three guys now,
Mhm.
and I want I want to take as much pressure off of the catcher as possible, and I just want them to be confident in me. And I'm gonna tell you now, I'm always confident in them because they can see a lot more than I can back there.
Yeah, I mean, some of the best managers,
Oh my
former
gosh,
catchers.
yeah, so many guys that are just the catcher is kind of like the unsung hero in a sense that
Glue guy.
exactly glue guy, and if they mess up, they're getting all the burn, like they get the worst end of it. Whereas if they just do their job, no one really says anything to them. It's kind of like an offensive lineman
Mhm.
where you give up a sack, somebody's gonna say something to you. They're gonna be on you about something. Whereas a catcher, they really are the battery of this whole thing, and they do make us go, and I can't explain enough how much they mean to me.
Man, my one of my dream jobs is bullpen catcher.
Yeah.
So,
It's the cool thing about a bullpen catcher is they see so much. Like they catch so many arms, they catch literally top to bottom every single guy, and
m-
they're always
are they a
taking
roster
notes.
spot or
They're
they're
not a roster
they're a guy?
spot. Yeah, they're a guy.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Uh-huh. We have a bullpen catcher, and it's literally the most like thankless job. Like they do so much for us, and we try and pay him back at the end of the year, but literally nothing can pay back a
Do,
bullpen catcher.
are they like a coach, former
Yes.
player? How
Yeah.
do you get that
So
gig?
sometimes they'll be a former player, whether they played in college, high school. Sometimes you'll have guys that are just passionate about the game and they've watched the game since they were young and just studied it and have become into this great baseball mind. So
Like a caddy?
yeah, literally. And that's what's cool about baseball is that there's so many walks of life and so many different paths to whether it be a coach or a player that get to where they want to be.
Man,
It's the coolest sport ever. It's literally the coolest sport ever.
yeah. I do enjoy it from the fan.
Mhm.
So what's cool about baseball is everyone has a story, whether it's
Yeah.
connected to childhood or family or someone they idolized and they had a moment where
Mhm.
somebody gave them something. I was fortunate to grow up across the street from Lance Berkman,
Yeah.
Astro great, Killer
Okay.
Bees.
Yeah.
So it's like he always gave me the time of day.
Yeah.
He didn't have to.
Uh-huh.
And that was, I mean, many moments, but that was some of the coolest stuff I had. What were some of the baseball moments that like sunk this in
Yeah.
to this is what you want to do?
So, just growing up, my grandfather actually played in the NBA.
Okay.
So, I was a huge basketball fan, actually. And so my dad, I was into sports.
Yeah.
My dad and my mom got me and my brother into sports when we were little, just because we were a sports family. Like, love the New York Giants, love the Knicks, like just a huge sports guy to be honest. And just watching games on TV and my dad bringing me to games and just so many different things that get you they give you a taste of what it's like
Hmm.
essentially. And you go to say Yankee Stadium for example and you go see batting practice and you're like, that's so cool, they get to do this for a living.
Hmm.
um so there's so many different things, but just being around baseball and watching Clayton Kershaw grow up for me personally, it was my favorite thing. I just he was a lefty, I'm a lefty,
Hmm.
and more importantly, he's a good guy and he does good stuff off the field. So just watching stuff like that and always being around baseball with my brother and my parents just kind of got me into it. But like I said, I was a huge basketball fan growing up, and probably high school, sophomore, junior year was when I really started to get into baseball because I was good at it.
Yeah.
And I started to lean towards baseball, but I didn't get away from other sports. I played all sports growing up, and I feel like that's what's shaped me into the athlete I am today
Yeah.
because I was able to take my mind off of baseball, like we talked about before, and I would play basketball in the winter,
Yeah.
and just so many different things growing up and kind of getting little seasoned stuff of it.
Yeah. I mean, you're practicing being competitive in other
Mhm.
arenas.
Yeah. And that's what I loved about basketball was it was different than baseball.
Hmm.
Baseball, I'm a pitcher, the man in the arena.
Mhm.
That's how I see baseball is I'm out there, I'm doing my thing. Whereas basketball, it's more like plays. You have plays, you're working together as a team. Where baseball, you are working as a team, but as a pitcher, you got the ball in your hand. You're controlling a lot of that outcome. So it's cool in that fact.
Mhm. Within can I'd love to take a moment for you
Yeah.
to speak to the youth
Uh-huh.
because sports specialization,
Mhm.
especially in baseball in Texas where I am,
Yeah.
they're missing out on other great sports opportunities and
Uh-huh.
moments to learn about themselves. Maybe they fall in love with basketball, maybe they fall in love with lacrosse,
Mhm.
but they were told it's baseball or
All
nothing.
year round. Yeah. So my thing is I would play the most sports as possible growing up, and that I'm so thankful for my parents for that I played everything.
Mhm.
Football, soccer, baseball, basketball, whatever it was, go try it.
Mhm.
And I think that, like you said, is lost in today, and you see a lot of burnout from kids, and they get to 17 years old and then they're like, I don't like baseball that much anymore. And it's like, you were playing for 17 years basically, and
Mhm.
you have nothing else. So I personally think playing as many sports as possible, like you said, is so beneficial because you're competing at the end of the day, but you're competing in different arenas, like you said, different sports. And competing in basketball is different than competing in baseball.
Mhm.
And I think it shapes athletes into a better athlete by just exposing yourself to different movements, different whatever it is, and just getting that stimulus of just competing year round, but not in the same sport. I think it goes a long way.
Timeout. Let's take a second to talk training. I'm giving more of my training tools that I'm doing for myself to you. I have a new dynamic movement and kettlebell flow program. It takes less than 15 minutes a day. I use this in the morning right when I wake up. Yoga mat, red light, kettlebell, hit my flow. This also can double down as a warm-up for any program that you're following. There is no one in the strength and conditioning game that cares more about the warm-up than I do. Bull has it, my Strength Speed Swagger program has it. A lot of the programs out there that you're following, they don't have it. What I want to do is maximize any program that you're following using this warm-up or get your day started right. It's up to you how you use it. It takes less than 15 minutes a day to flow, hit a kettlebell, and feel great. Check out a 7-day free trial of this program. Hit the link in the show notes, or if you're watching on YouTube, here's the link right here. Now, back to the show. Ready, and break.
In the locker rooms that you've been in, what's the background from those guys? Are they single sport guys? Are they
It
multi-sport?
literally comes from all different places. For the most part, I would say though, everybody was a dual sport athlete for the most part. There's obviously guys here or there that were only baseball, but I feel like that's what's cool about baseball is we're pretty good athletes for the most part. Where sometimes guys are like baseball, they're not the best athletes, but I've seen guy like we throw the football around before games, and I see guys throw it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is one of the most impressive footballs I've ever seen thrown in my life. And then they're like, oh, I was a QB in high school. And I'm like, that makes sense. And just some of the best athletes I've ever been around. Guys are throwing windmill dunks down, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. You would think you're a star basketball player, but you're a star baseball player.
Yeah.
And
How about golfers?
oh, we love golf. Everybody loves golf. Whether we're good or bad, we love golf. We try and get golf in as much as we can. And personally for me, it's just a time to take a break, and nothing better than walking 9 holes in my opinion, and just hanging around with your friends and just walking around, getting nature and
Mhm.
having fun and just experiencing different ways to compete. And that
And
isn't baseball.
yeah, and you're still getting reps on focus,
Uh-huh.
breath control,
Yeah.
coordination,
Uh-huh.
and then
It brings out a really good side, but golf definitely is so stressful because it makes me appreciate when I watch, say, the Masters
oh,
or
dude,
the Open, whatever it is. I watch it and I'm like, these guys are the best
pros.
golfers I've ever seen, and the margin between them and me is so big it's not even funny. And so that's why when I watch sports, I appreciate them at such a different level now that I'm able to play professional baseball
Mm-hmm.
than I did prior.
Yeah. And on the golf course, there's a high amount of trash talking.
Yeah,
So one thing I find unique, and CJ's the best of the best,
yeah,
is in a locker room the ability to trash talk. And then there's a formal term. It's
yeah,
called radical candor.
yeah,
To where if I'm talking trash to you and you're giving it back, we're forming a bond.
yeah,
And now it's a trust that we take
mhm,
into the field
yeah,
versus defensiveness and us taking it personally where
yeah,
we distrust. So it's almost a way where we uh, build a bond. And at
yeah,
the same time, you're testing my tough skin.
yeah.
I'm testing yours, and it's like, oh, I know he can give it and take it. Let's go get him.
And in the baseball locker room, I call it clowning around. That's what I like to
Yeah.
call it, or we call it banter, which is
Oh,
just back and forth.
all about the banter. Yeah.
Um, we're huge on that. Whether it be playing cards, whether it be us playing ping pong, we're in the hacky sack a lot. We're always, I don't want to say talking trash to each other,
It's candor.
but yeah, we're giving it back to each other, and I think that's what makes us a bond as us pitchers
Mm-hmm.
personally so tight is that one, we're always around each other, but two, we joke around with each other all the time, and that, like you said, has made our bond so much closer because we know we can mess around, but we know at the end of the day, we're developing a really good relationship with each other. And like I said before, that's the biggest thing for me is I just want to have good relationships with
Mm-hmm.
people, and you never know down the road how you can help someone out or how someone can help you out. And that's my biggest thing is the relationship piece.
Yeah. So you've had the opportunity to play at multiple levels within the professional realm.
Mhm.
Like what's your day one mindset? You walking into a locker room for the first time? You want to be tough guy, set the tone, or what's
Personally, me, nah, that's not me. I'm more of like a happy-go-lucky kind of guy, and uh, I like to talk a lot. I'm from New Jersey. By now, people can tell New Jersey people like to talk a lot, and that's how I am. First thing I try and do when I get in the locker room, meet all the guys, say hello, how are you? At least put a name to a face, and that's personally what I try to do. Just because I feel like that keeps the relationship fluid and it allows it to be a space that isn't like, oh, we have to be so serious in here all the time. Like it gives us a space to joke around, but then on the flip side of that, talk some stuff out with guys and
mm-hmm,
just know that I wanna make guys feel comfortable coming to me and talking to me.
mm-hmm,
Um, and at the end of the day, that's what I want to make it. I want to make it a comfortable relationship to where if you had to talk to me about an off the field issue, be my guest. Come talk to me. I'm cool with that, and I want to be a resource to guys. I want to be a service to guys, and just talk to them and help them through anything they can. Because at the end of the day, it's bigger than baseball. Most of it is bigger than baseball, but whatever I can do to help is what I
mm-hmm.
want to do.
Yeah, in leadership it is conflict's a good thing.
Mhm.
So you can sense when somebody's maybe they're having a bad day, they need
Yeah.
you to lift up, or you can sense some friction between you and another player,
Yeah.
and then leader is taking that charge to I'll
Mhm.
initiate this conversation
Yeah.
because this may affect the team.
And I like to do that because nothing's more awkward than a tense locker room or a frustrated locker room with each other.
And
Then it's
you can feel that.
yeah, you can definitely feel that sometimes. But the cool thing is with the relationship and just like I said before, the banter, it allows that roadway to hey, we have a problem with each other. Okay, we can talk it out. And even on the field, guys make mistakes.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, that is going to happen, and emotions run high in a game. It's you see it on TV all the time. It's the World Series right now. If somebody makes a mistake, you might see someone get frustrated with another guy. But I guarantee you, once they step behind closed doors, they hash it out, they figure it out, and it's done. There's no
Hmm.
hard feelings. So like I said, just developing the relationship that allows you to sense if something's wrong. It's not going to be weird if I come up to you and say, "Hey, is everything all right?" Making it not weird.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
May have just gotten the title to the
Yeah.
episode, making it not weird.
Yeah.
Well, pitchers
Yeah. Are weird.
are weird.
We're weird. We're very
So,
weird.
one, what are some funny quirks that you have that
Yeah.
help get you locked in? And then sub question, what are some of the weirdest ones that you've witnessed? And you don't have to name names.
All right. So for me personally, I've kind of gotten away from it. I try to, but I'm very superstitious. I wear the same outfit to the field on game day. I try to wear the same socks. I try to do the same everything on game day. I try to make the same breakfast. I try and do the same thing on game day as best as I can. But I saw a thing on Adam Wainwright, and he was talking about superstitions and how if you aren't able to get it in, that's where a mental block comes in, and you're like, oh, I didn't get to do this. I can't perform today. So
Mm-hmm.
I've tried my best to step away from the superstition to the fact that I'm not like, oh, I didn't do this, I'm gonna do bad. I
Mm-hmm.
try and just keep it simple. Um, but yeah, that's my biggest superstition is wearing the same outfit to the field on the game day. I'm trying to think of any weird ones that guys have. I mean, you see so many. Some guys like to meditate. Some guys like to take a nap. Um, I would say probably the weirdest one is guys with certain meals.
Okay.
Um, they won't. They have to eat the same meal before their start. But I do that too. So I guess I'm the weird one in that fact.
Well,
It's got to be Chipotle. It has to be Chipotle.
what if you're in bum F nowhere?
That's what I've gotten better at. Whereas if I in college, if I was to do that, I would have crumbled. I would have been like, we're in the middle of nowhere. We don't have Chipotle. Up, this is gonna be a bad outing. I would have wrote it off before it even happened. Whereas now, if there's no Chipotle, they give us food at the field. I'll just eat the food at the field, and I'm like, I'm cool with this. I just have to have my black coffee though. I try and make it as close as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, there are times where I'm like, oh my gosh, there's no Chipotle. But then I'd like take a step back and I'm like, you're gonna be all right. That there's no Chipotle. You
Yeah.
can eat whatever you got to eat. Um, so yeah,
Control the controllables.
control the controllables. That's all you can
Clothes, I
do.
feel, are controllable.
Yep.
Coffee, controllable.
Coffee controllable. No, definitely controllable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. For some fun questions here.
Yeah.
Baseball movies, by far the best sporting movies in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a whole rack of awesome ones.
So many good
What
baseball movies.
what's your favorite one of all time?
I'll go serious and non-serious
Okay.
baseball. Let's do that. So serious, I'll go Moneyball because that kind of peels back the curtain a little bit of
Mm-hmm.
what a front office does for a team and how much impact they really have and how much work goes into constructing a team, you know? Sometimes on the outside it's like, "Oh, why didn't he do that? Why didn't he make that move?" Where it's like there's a process to this whole thing and there's a lot more that goes into it than just the regular fan saying I want that guy. You know,
Right. Yeah.
it's sometimes
Did you
it's
read the
hard.
book?
I haven't read the book.
Oh man.
I've only seen the movie.
Dude.
I have to read the book.
Yeah, they're both amazing.
Okay, I'll read the book.
Yeah, Michael Lewis, the author,
Uh-huh.
he just does a phenomenal job. He's every book he writes seems to just be
Okay.
amazing.
I'll put that on the wish list right
Yeah,
now.
I mean even a listen.
Yeah.
It's yeah, just the true statistical power that's taken over baseball. Like it takes you through the story, the origins of where those guys
Where it comes from.
Yeah.
The data and analytics comes from.
and how I mean the A's got away with it for a long time until it became now it's
Yeah,
the way.
it's pretty much it's normal now.
Mhm.
Like, but that was cool because it showed the shift in baseball.
Mhm.
You know, it kind of highlighted it that okay, we're using these ways and we can make the team better by using these ways and this data. So yeah, I feel like it's cool because it highlighted the shift and kind of like the integration of data and analytics into baseball. And that's kind of the game we know now. So it kind
Mhm.
of, like I said, peels back the curtain and allows you to look at what they're doing behind the scenes. And I personally like that because I love baseball. I
Yeah.
do. I love baseball. And
Nerd.
yeah, I am a baseball nerd. Like, I'll watch the World Series right now and I'm like,
What
oh.
lens are you watching from? Because I don't have a dog in this fight. I want
Yeah.
a close game that's fun.
I personally watch the pitchers.
Yeah.
Like
Kershaw.
Yamamoto the other day in game 2, I watched that and my jaw was on the ground the whole time. I'm like, he goes out there and throws 25 pitches inning 1, and you're like, he's got to crawl his way to 5 innings here. Like if he gets 5 innings in, that's a good start.
Uh-huh.
And he goes out there and throws 9 in 110 pitches max. So I watch it in the lens that I watch what the pitchers do. I watch how they sequence. And when a big name, say like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. gets up and a lefty's throwing, I'm like, all right, that's what he did to get him out. I want to see what he hits,
Yeah.
what he hits his home runs on. I watch it in that lens. Whereas like if I was to watch football, I'm like, oh, why didn't he throw it there? And I don't know football on that level. So
Yeah.
baseball, I like watching playoff baseball because the emotions are so high, but the pitching's so good. It's
Mm-hmm.
like the pitching takes a whole nother step. And this postseason has been incredible for pitching. There's been so many complete games. There's been so many guys that go 7 innings and 90 pitches, and it's like, how did you just do that? That's incredible. So I watch it in the lens that I watch it as like a player. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch it as the score. I can almost care less about the score. I watch it as what the pitchers are doing and how they're executing and what they're doing in between pitches and
Yeah.
the little things. And I kind of get worked up over some of the little things, but that's just the way it goes.
Yeah, there was one, I forget his name. He's Toronto pitcher. It was against the Yankees. It was masterful, 6 innings,
Mm-hmm.
like 12 Ks.
Yeah.
And
Trying to think
no,
what.
it was a no-hitter, but they needed to save his arm, so they took him out. And then the bullpen gave up like 9 runs,
Oh
but
yeah.
they blew out.
Uh-huh.
So it was like, I was glad Toronto didn't blow it because
Yeah.
the dude just nailed it for 6.
Yeah, I think that was the guy who actually debuted this year.
Okay,
Yeah, I think he debuted this year. He went like, I remember it was like 6 innings.
yeah,
And then they took
no
him
hit,
out.
and I'm like,
Yeah, so it's crazy. It's so crazy watching on a different level. Like as a starter, I watch it as I want the starter to go 7 innings because then the bullpen only has to go 2.
mhm,
And right now, the bullpen arms, I can't imagine how they feel. They're getting used every night.
yeah,
And
but this is it.
yeah,
Can't hold anything back.
and that gives them a peace of mind at the end of the day that they're like, all right, I'm throwing every day, but I only have a week left of this, and I'm throwing in the World Series.
Mhm.
Like, it doesn't get better than that. It
No.
literally doesn't get better than that. So, I do. I watch from a little bit of a different lens.
Yeah.
But you have to. You
So
have
now,
to.
how do you watch movies? Like that's the serious behind the scenes, but how are you watching where there's actually like
Yeah,
baseball?
I love baseball. Like, I've seen literally all of them. So, if I want a
You
serious movie,
critiquing
yeah,
Charlie Sheen's technique here?
no, not at all. Like that, I'll watch, and I'm just dying laughing the whole time because it's a funny movie. Um, but yeah, baseball movies is different because most of the time it's not like there's no game being shown. You know, like there's no actual game, real time, real stats, real stuff like that. It's a movie, so it's
Mhm.
kind of being portrayed in a different lens. But I I love watching baseball movies. Like my personal favorite non-serious baseball movie is The Benchwarmers. I
Okay.
love it. Just growing up, me and my brother would watch it all the time. It's a classic.
Yeah.
Every time I watch it, I find a new line to cite and I just laugh the whole entire time. So it, it's good. I love it.
Yeah. Any of those lines make it into the locker room, you call it out and somebody's like,
Yeah, oh, all the time. We're as pitchers, TV show, podcast, movies. That's like on the bench. If I'm not pitching, we're watching a game in between innings. Talk about some movies. Talk about some TV shows. Get some on the wish list. Get some on the watch list, and we have a lot of downtime. Like I said,
yeah,
12-hour bus rides will make you watch some different movies, some different TV shows.
yeah. Well, bus rides and pitchers, Bull Durham.
Yeah.
So has a catcher treated you like that? Has he been like mentor leader and kind of brought you back down if you ever got too high?
There are times, yes. I've tried to work on that as best as I possibly can because in a year at this point in my life, I throw 26 times a year. If I throw the first outing and it's the best outing of the year, I'm doing my job wrong. I'm supposed to get better as the year goes on.
Mm.
And I feel like personally this year I did the best I possibly could with, staying here. Staying just equilibrium. Not if I have a bad outing, I show up the next day, you would never know I had a bad outing.
Mm-hmm.
Because one, I'm working to make sure that outing never happens again because mentally, I'm like, I never want that to happen again. And then physically, I just working as hard as I possibly can to be better for the next outing. And then after that outing, better for the next one. And by the end of the year, I'm like, I feel so good. I want to keep going. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what my goal for every year is. At the end of the year, I can say, I can give you more. I have more to go, because I'm always trying to take a step up and step ahead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yeah, Bull Durham's my favorite.
Oh,
Just
great
the
movie. Yeah,
dynamic
just
relationship.
yeah, and that's what's cool about baseball. There's so much back and forth, and
Has
it could
anybody
get
told you?
serious.
Has anyone told you to breathe through your eyelids?
No, no one yet.
Okay,
No one yet.
we're just putting it out
Yeah,
there.
we're putting it out there.
Okay, this fun. I feel the Astros are the best mascots
Oh,
in
no
all the
doubt.
minor league
Yeah,
systems.
they got some good ones. We got the
So
woodpeckers, the
yeah, and
tourists.
then the Hooks logo,
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's
it's so clean.
sparkling city.
Yeah.
It's the sparkling city.
Uh, yeah, and then freaking my favorite mascot of all time, Space
Space
Cowboy.
Cowboys. It's got to be the best one in minor league baseball.
Yeah.
Because it's so funny. People will be like, "What team do you play for?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm on the Space Cowboys right now." And they're like, "What? You're on the Space Cowboys?" And that's what's cool about minor league baseball is you have teams that have cool names and we have cool uniforms.
Yeah.
Like that's what I feel like is really cool. There was a team, I forget who did it, in New Jersey, and they were the Jersey Diners for one game. And I'm like, I like that.
What
That's what I like.
what's been the weirdest one game mascot you've been a part of?
Ooh. We did the rodeo clowns.
Rodeo, that's a great one.
Yeah, we did the rodeo clowns. Those jerseys were awesome.
I'm gonna have to Google that
Yeah,
one.
those ones. It's the Payasos de Rodeo.
Okay.
Yeah, those ones were cool. I mean, we have so many.
I know.
There's so many.
The I love the Whataburger theme.
Yeah, the honey butter chicken biscuits. Those were cool. I only threw in that uniform once.
You still got it? I mean, I'm
No, we don't get
framing
to
that
keep.
one.
Yeah, we don't get to keep the
Oh,
uniforms. We only get to keep the
with
hats.
hats?
Yeah. Um. So yeah, we definitely have some cool mascots.
Yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, well, cool, man. If people want to continue to follow your journey, your career,
Yeah.
and just keep the energy, the momentum behind your arm, where can they go?
You follow me on Instagram, Trey_D4216. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I try and keep my content up to date and try not to post too much, but try and
Hey,
just keep it up to date and
you're focused, man.
yeah,
You're locked in.
stay as focused as I possibly can be.
One last question: numbers. How do you go about selecting your? What is your number? How do you go about selecting
So
it?
I've got a couple numbers in the
Okay.
bag. I've got number 16. That's what my dad wore and my brother wore that. So I've got that. Number 12, my grandpa's number in the NBA.
Okay.
26 was my number given to me in high school. So that's by default my number one go-to
Uh-huh.
is 26. I was 28 in pro ball one year. It's kind of first come, first serve, to be honest. But if 12, 26, or 16's there, that's going to be me.
Okay. I'm just thinking Astro wise. I don't think
Yeah.
any of these are retired. We got Jeff Kent, 12.
Yeah.
16 was Hidalgo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the dog's number's retired on the rafters there, but
Yeah, I don't think so. 26. Who we got for 26?
I'm digging deep here.
Yeah.
26. Man, I can picture his face. Maybe Adam Everett. He was a shortstop.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's man, I'd have to do some digging
We
here.
might have to do some digging.
There's plenty of
Could go 22 now with Clayton Kershaw.
Kershaw, but that was Clemens. I don't know the
Yeah.
situation of Clemens in
I
H-Town.
would, yeah, I don't know. Unbelievable pitchers. Just
Yeah,
unbelievable
I
pitchers.
do have
22 is a good number. I like
22 is a
22,
great
yeah.
in lacrosse too. It's a big established number. If you wear 22, you better be a dude.
Yeah, you got to be the guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now when I go to my next lacrosse game, I will be picking out number 22 because they
Yeah.
better be good.
They better be
Yeah.
good, especially here
If not, I'll report back to you.
yeah, I do have a fun Clemens story for you. This is
Mhm.
one of my favorite baseball moments with
Yeah.
my dad. So going to it May 2003, 2004, it was San Francisco Giants versus Astros, and we had club seats, great seats, right behind home plate. So you had Clemens versus Bonds, and then first inning, first at bat for Bonds. My dad turns to me, Hall of Fame matchup. You're never gonna forget this.
Yeah.
Intentional walk.
Second.
Second at bat. Dad turns to me. Hall of Fame matchup. You're never gonna forget this.
Intentional walk.
Intentional walk. Third at bat. Looks at me. Doesn't even say anything. Intentional walk. Now fourth at bat. Game on the line. You can intentionally
Yeah.
walk. Bases must have been loaded. Like you don't have an option here. Clemens is still late in the game. This may
Yeah.
have been eighth inning. Dad looks at me again. Doesn't say anything. And then like strikeout.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Unbelievable.
Freaking Enron Field.
Oh, it used to be
erupts.
Enron Field.
Oh yeah.
Before was that before Minute Maid?
Oh yeah.
Was it Enron then Minute Maid?
Enron then Minute Maid.
now
So
Daikin.
now it's the ice box. It was the juice box, and Enron. I mean, we only have bad nicknames for it now.
Yeah. At the
But
time, it was good. At the
yeah,
time, it was good.
and I've been fortunate also to go to 20 plus ballparks.
Favorite one? What's
Minute
your
Maid.
favorite one?
Minute Maid or Baltimore.
Really?
Yeah,
You ever been to Pittsburgh?
I've been to Pittsburgh. It's
I-
very pretty.
The backdrop there looks
It's
something
nice.
else.
Yeah. I
All
mean,
right.
but I also bias towards the sun setting
Yeah.
through the windows at the juice box.
It's so nice there.
Uh-huh.
It's and when they shut that glass during the postseason,
Oh, it gets loud.
that's a loud park right there.
Oh yeah.
That's a loud
So-
park.
Yeah, any postseason, I'm making a road trip home and we're going. We got a
Have
standing room only system. My dad and I got. There's a Chick-fil-A right behind home plate.
uh-huh.
So then we sneak between the Chick-fil-A and the support beam. So
Just pack in there.
we're packed in.
Get a good
But
seat.
we got a spot, and I just gave away my secret, but it's
Yeah, that's all right.
it's a special
That's
spot.
all right.
I'll race you there.
Yeah.
But oh man, dude, yeah, love baseball. I'm glad CJ was able to connect us.
Yeah, I'm so thankful you let me come on and just talk.
Yeah.
I love talking, and I appreciate you having me on. It was
Cool.
a great time.
Well, yeah, best of luck in the
Thank
future,
you.
man. I'll be
Appreciate
following.
it. Yeah.
And thank you to him. And
Cut.
see.
See. All right. You're the man.
Oh, we're a little long.
I didn't expect it to be that long.
Cool.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's good. We were talking for a while.
Yeah, felt
good stuff.
like quick.
20 minutes.
All right, go eat your warm up, and
I appreciate
yeah,
it.
we'll wrap
thank
after,
you.
dude.